Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and gap the rings tonight because it's a nice day out and I've got nothing else to do. The kids are inside. Wife's in France. So I might as well get it done. I'm gonna show you my ghetto little filing station here because my garage is tiny, as you all know, and I don't have a bench, so I make one every time we work on this. So I got a couple sawhorses, some wood, and I got my ring filer here, just screwed down with some wood screws so it doesn't move, so I can sit here and turn it. And I've got this is just screwed to the plastic sawhorses. It'll work. I've got my engine and performance warehouse, my APWI piston rings. Like I said, generic, nothing special, fancy, and a single piston, so that way I can use the piston to push the ring down in the cylinder evenly, so I can check the initial gap on them. I'm gonna gap the top ring at 26 thou and the bottom probably like 28, about two thou bigger for the second ring down. So that's kind of the research I've been finding. You want the second ring down a little bit bigger of a gap, so hopefully that'll work. We'll see. It's my first time doing an LS, so first time with a V8 boosted V8. I mean, I've had 4 cylinders that have had turbos and stuff, but first time with a V8. Besides my dad's, but the machinist got the rings on that for us, so I'm doing my own on this. So we're gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna check the top rings first. You want to do this, I don't know, there's probably a million videos out here, but I'll explain. You want to do every ring to its own cylinder. Like, you don't want to gap them all in like cylinder number 1. You want to gap the 2 rings for 1 in 1, 3, 5, and 7. You want to do them all the same on the even side. So that's just how you do it, because not every cylinder's the same size. They vary. They do. I mean, they don't wear evenly. They were going to wear differently. So we're going to do it the right way. So from there, I'm going to grab my first top ring, and they're all labeled, you can see, if you know what you're doing. But see the little label on the tab there, top groove, second groove. The second groove is always like a cast looking, it's dull. The top one is always shiny on the outside and all that fun stuff. So, can't tell if my kids are making a lot of noise or not. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get at it. I will set up the camera so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Oh, gotta pause this thing. Alright, so I got the camera set up. It's literally hanging off the edge of my garage door. But you can actually see it pretty well, what I'm doing. You can see the block here really well, and you can see my little station here. Ooh, dripping oil right on my shoe. That's delicious. So, I forgot to tell you, I got feeler gauges and a paint pen so I can mark the rings on which cylinder they go in, because I'm not going to put them on the pistons right away. So I have a little bit of cleanup in the grooves of the pistons to do before I put together, and I got to get main bolts as well, so new main bolts, because I'm not putting used ones back in it. Yes, anyway, so I'm going to finesse this little ring in here. Take the piston. Kind of push it down in there a little ways, not too far. I kind of just go to like, but you want to even. Pull it out. Grab my feeler gauges. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it. 22 sounds like a good number. A little tighter than 22, so let's try about 21, 22. So then take your ring out nice and carefully, and by the way, when it's down the cylinder head, you're measuring this gap because the gap will close up, obviously. Take the feeler gauge, put it in there, but you take them over here, put it on this here grinding wheel, squeeze it together. take off a little bit. Don't want to go too crazy at first. You kind of want to see how much your wheel's going to take off at once, because you don't want to go too big. So it didn't really take off much at all. 22 barely fits in it. That's good. Now I know what I do. Look at that, 26. Perfect. Good thing I stopped when I did. So that top ring is at 26 and done. So what I'll do is I'll take my paint pen here. I should get a fine point, but I'm not going to. Just gonna put a single little dot on it. Let's find the side that has the dot to tell you what part of the ring goes up. But I can't. So, gets one little dot. Then I'll grab a cast ring. And see if 26 fits in it. Does not. Okay. Come on over here. I just checked it with 26 just to see if it was close to the 28 where I'm going to put it. Okay, so 26 went in. No problem. Hopefully I didn't go too big. These cast rings don't take as much. This 28's a little loose. I might have went too big, but that's okay. It's about 29, so that's still not bad. So, that one's done as well. And this gets a single little dot for number 1 as well. And then what I'm going to do is, because I'm weird, I'll take a little bit of painter's tape and tape them together so they stay paired up, so I'm not fishing through them trying to make a pain in the ass. So, those are done. I'm also going to mark the tape too, with 1 dot. And now I got to repeat that on 7 more cylinders. Don't want to bore you with that, so I'll just go ahead and end it there.